Now let's import your own pricing database to Shedmate. Shedmate accepts Excel import and export. To do this, just open any project. I have created a simple importing pricing project here so we can play with it. And I'm just gonna open our instant quoting. So here I have automatically a few simple prices with some categories already set up. So if you want, you can just select these items and just hit export Excel. And then let's just save this to my computer and just open this to see how it's gonna look like. So there we go. We have here our item name. We have ERP code that stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So that's generally the codes you're gonna find on the catalogs from, for instance, B&D for roller doors, or your steel catalog from Metro or Steel Line or Stramit. So it's generally they have a specific code for each one of the items, and if you want to input that in your ERP code, that's gonna simplify the process when you need to actually just update or merge pricing databases if you have a price increase in the future. So that's gonna speed up that project if you have different file names, so you avoid having duplicates inside your pricing database. So it's a very good way to use this system. All right. So if you have a tech savvy person in your company, they'll be able to do this importation using Excel quite easily. If you don't, please reach out to our team. We can provide you additional support on demand, and then make sure that you have all of your pricing database in our system. All right, so this is just the basic template. You have here the name of the item, the unit, the price, and a supply description. So what I've done here, just for this example, if I've just got exactly the same structure there and just pasted some different items with different units and prices, so we can use as an example to import that information to Shedmate. If I zoom in here a little bit, I can see that I have some SHS frames, and they're all quantified by kilograms, and the price per kilogram is $3.87. We have here some concrete slab, and it's like per cubic meters, 380.67. We have here some downpipes, and notice that the downpipes we have duplicates, but one is actually per unit, the other one is per linear meter. So you can have as many as you want if you want to quantify, for instance, concrete based on area. Some companies, they do that. Some companies prefer to do based on the volume. Some companies will do different things. So Shedmate is pretty flexible to do the calculations in the way you want. That's when we get that pricing database that we're importing right now, and we link that to the calculations that we're gonna see in the next videos. All right, so let's get this data and bring here inside Shedmate. So just open your pricing database, hit import Excel, and then select that item on your list. So I'm just gonna select this one, click on open. It's just saying it's open on my computer, so let me just close that. I'm just gonna hit OK once again. All right, so now Shedmate's asking me, hey Arthur, if I found any duplicates in that list compared to this one, do you want to merge those items or do you want to skip them? If I'm just adding items to my database, I would like to skip because I have already added a few. But if I want to update pricing or update information, I'll need to select the merge option. So that's what we're gonna do here. I want to merge. No item is gonna be the same from both databases, so in this case, it's not gonna make any difference. I want not to replace blank cells. I want to ignore items with no description, and I want to start importing items from the second row of my Excel. So Shedmate already understands that the first row will be our headers inside our Excel, so it's gonna get from number 2 all the way to the bottom. In our case, we have 14 items. So the process here, guys, is exactly the same if you're updating or importing 14 items or 14,000 items. Shedmate will be able to get all of them in a few seconds. So let's just hit next. And now what we need to do is pretty much just map the columns from our Excel to Shedmate. So it already gets some of the information for us automatically, saying the name here, it's going to be the description, the ERP, it's going to be the ERP, unit is going to be unit, price going to be price, and supply description is going to be supply description. So all of the Excel columns are automatically added here for our system. If you want to skip a specific one, for instance, let me say that I don't want to bring any ERP data. So I'm just going to ignore this column for this example, and then Shedmate's not going to bring that information from Excel. So in this case, let's just hit done. and now I have all of those items real time just added to my Shedmate list. You can see there are a few errors here. The first one is in terms of the invalid unit. So I have typed M3. So actually what I want to do is just select the items that I have those issues, and then we're going to have a very vast list of different measurements of unit here. So I'm just going to type M and look for cubic meters. So that's just the icon that's going to change. Now Shedmate understands that this is the price per cubic meter of concrete. The next step I need to do for those items that I'm adding for the first time is to select a category for them. So the category comes from our bill of materials and Shedmate engine, and you cannot add or modify the naming of these categories differently from the groups that we're going to see on the pricing calculation soon. So you just need to select one of them. So this is to make sure that the information coming from Shedmate will match with the pricing database, and then we can have the right pricing calculations in the further steps. The process is quite simple. You can select one item, just select, jump a few, hit shift, continue selecting, or you can just continue selecting by pressing shift, and you can keep adding those items. So all of the SHS frames, they're actually structural frames. Now I can just hit here to select all of the items or deselect all of the items, and I want to select now all of the concrete and just say this is actually floor. So down pipes, they're gonna be pipes. So we have here pipes. And turnbuckle, I can actually, just having a good look at this, I can actually put them as fixings. All right. So that's pretty much it. Now I have all of my items imported inside Shedmate, and in the next videos we're gonna learn how we can manipulate the price so we can play with price increases. And if you have any questions, please reply to this video or just send us a message. We will be able to help you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and keep watching the next videos to learn how you can set up your pricing calculations to have your instant quoting calculating sheds in no time.